kita mo, no, how both teams struggled in the first two quarters, particularly Pampanga, only 19 points in the two quarters combined, but exploded for 26 in that last frame.
Agree. And yung second quarter ngayon, I feel really about shot making kasi hindi naman nagkakalayo rin yung shot attempts nila in the first half. Well, really all because of yung pagmamadali sa pagtingin sa rim.
The 20-year-old John Fa in his first playoff appearance.
Oh, he's just gonna get better. Ito si John Fa. You see, the pace is with him. Maybe a little bit on the deceleration. That's what he's got to work on. Even the footwork inside the paint. If he incorporates that in his skill set and in his bag, things are gonna look even better for the young John Fa.
Now he comes off that screen. John Fa rejected by Ronnie Matias.
Right there, even yung shot selection, scoop shot was not really the best shot that's available for him. Understanding na mga bigs yung nandoon, and you go up against Matias, hindi ka liligtas sa batas niya.
Allen Mina, second rejection in that possession by Ronnie Matias. It's a jump ball, but I think referee Jay Castroverde will overrule ito si Mark Rangudo. So it will go to Pampanga.
Ito yun yung momentarily hesitation and trying to dump it inside for Real Cervantes. Pero sipag rin yung Alan Mina na talagang tinakbo niya yun at hinabol yung possession na yun.
Chris Talata, Renz Alcoriza, John Fa, GP Faundo, and Allen Mina, the unit for Pampanga here in the fourth. Crossover move from John Fa. Throws the ball away. Real Cervantes ahead. Sidestep beauty from Real Cervantes. Basket plus the foul.
How many big men do you see actually have a decelerate and a footwork in transition? Well, very few. One of them, this guy right here, Real Cervantes, going the other way after the decelerate amidst that defense. Big man yan,
6 points, 4 rebounds for the veteran. Former FEU Tamaraw. Completes the three-point play. Lead back up to 4 points, 49-45.
Arguably one of the better perimeter guy of a big here that we have this season.
Alcoriza. Using that GP Faundo pick. Gets to the cup. Count it, plus a foul. Renz Alcoriza with a three-point opportunity of his own.
And that time, really beating him to a spot. Renz Alcoriza deciding to go baseline after that middle ball action. He got that switch. He understood he had foot speed to his side. And kontra-tempong release bago maka-shot attempt na block itong si Real Cervantes.
However, missing the bonus. Ronnie Matias comes away with a defensive rebound. He is joined by Jeff Manday, Real Cervantes, Joey Barcuma, and Jeramer Cabanag. Manday. The pop by Cervantes. Back to Manday for free. Off the heel. Rebound Chris Lalata. Chance to tie or take the lead for Pampanga. Alcoriza. Mintis nga lang. Ball will stay with Pampanga.
One of the reasons also I observed kaya hirap rin maka-dribble penetrate, especially in transition to Giant Lanterns. The big men are sealing. Pag nawala yung seal, hindi nag-relocate kagad kaya may tao pa rin sa paint.
Outside jumper from GP Faundo. We are tied at 49 apiece.
The sniping has definitely improved for the Giant Lanterns. Started really by Archie Concepcion in the third quarter.
2 minutes gone by in the fourth period. Manday, tightly guarded by Allen Mina. Allen Mina will be called for that foul.
Pero katulad nga ng pinag-uusapan natin kanina, Ken, Caloocan was not actually shooting the ball very well kanina in the first half. See this drive right here. Jeff Manday slips. That was a foul though.
Prince Casin and Chris Bitoon pinasok na sa loob ni Coach Mike Sagigit. Cabanag runs into traffic and was able to earn himself 2 free throws.
And clearly you observe yung point of attack for the most part nitong Caloocan has been that ball, that two side of the ball. When you have a better gap, you have what's called a double gap that creates more space for the two players involved in that action.
Nagbabalik si RJ Concepcion at si Larry Muyang. Para sa Pampanga, papalitan muna si Allen Mina at si Chris Lalata.
At dahil pinasok mo na si Archie Concepcion, makakatulong yan sa depensa.
Itong free throw na ito, atid sa ating Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
Lalo na, nandiyan si Chris Butoon. You have to have a guy on the ball versus Chris. And when you peel off and you rotate, helps that you have Archie Concepcion as well in there.
A far cry from his averages last season for Jeremer Cabanag, where he was the top scorer for Caloocan, but a much different role this year under Coach Mike Sagigit. Raymond Binuya comes in. Papalitan niya muna si John Fa. 51-49. Pampanga, another chance to tie or even take the lead in this possession. Concepcion gives it up to Larry Muyang. Hand off to Renz Alcoriza. Binabantayan ni Prince Kazin. Larry Muyang binigay kay Raymond Binuya. Back to Muyang inside off the glass. Wala pa din. Bola napunta sa Caloocan. In transition, Prince Kazin goes up strong but the layup does not work. Binuya comes away with it. Almost a steal. But Chris Bitoon caught the arm of Binuya. He will be whistled with a foul. Intensity has certainly picked up here in the fourth period. It's just game number 1 of this series between the number 4 seed Caloocan and the two-time defending champions, seeded 5, the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. 7 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Binuya, hinatid. Papunta kay Renz Alcoriza, mintes yung kanyang tres. Na kay Larry Muyang, yung bola with offensive rebound continues to miss at the rim. It's been a struggle for Larry Muyang. Just 16 rebounds. Caloocan comes away with a stop. They gain possession back here. Si Calahat na magbababa ng bola dito against Larry Muyang. Calahat makes his move, goes up strong, but Muyang standing his ground, forcing the miss. Binuya throws it away. Another turnover against Pampanga. That's their 15th. Although they've just had 4 turnovers here in the second half.
And ang mas concerning dyan is out of that 15 turnovers, 14 ang ibinigay mong puntos para dito sa Caloocan. And really, hindi niya makadrive sa gitna. Yun ang nagiging challenge para dito sa Giant Landers. Now they get the open floor. 3-on-3.
Nice job by Cabanag though.
There you go.
Keeping it step with Chanermal. Concepcion turns down that shot.
Yeah, I know he had that shot. He had that shot.
And he lost the basketball.
You have to remember, previous to that, he was 2 out of 2 from 3. Now he was practically the trailer guy, last guy coming in. Could have taken it.
16 turnovers already against Pampanga. Mayroon ding 11 against the Caloocan Batang Tangkalu, who is trying to protect this 2-point lead. Bitoon has struggled, only 3 points. Dumps it down low to Romel Calahat, who fails to convert, but he grabs another rebound. Calahat spins, puts it up, and puts it in.
Grabe activity nito ni Romel Calahat. Handoffs, offensive rebounds, hustle. He's done everything. That's why he's getting rewarded with those points.
And he now has a double-double, 12 points and 10 rebounds. Prince Kazin will pull it back out. They will reset their offense.
Sound decision by Caloocan. Looking for that early attack. Kung wala, pull it back.
Past the halfway point of the fourth. Cabanag drifting right, gives it up to Calahat, who pulls up and he puts it in from that mid-range area Romel Calahat with 14 points and 10 rebounds.
And once again, just like in the first quarter, Romel Calahat continues to save the day para dito sa Caloocan. Hustle plays and baskets.
The game is brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the Mpbl. We are live from the Governor Andres B. Bernos Memorial Gymnasium in Benguet, Abra, as we see Romel Calahat increasing his production this season. 9.4 points, 5 rebounds, shooting 47.2% from the field. But tonight, a different story, Coach Mike. He has upped the ante here para dito sa Caloocan.
I like to think this is really the regular numbers for Romel Calahat, especially here in the playoffs. Yung 9.4 points na yun, I think medyo understated yun in terms of how he's actually valued on the floor. And ang ganda rin ng field goal percentage niya. He understands when to take his shots and pick his spots.
Game 1 of the best of 3 series here in the first round of the playoffs in the north between Caloocan and Pampanga. Batangkang Kalu abante ng 6 laban sa Giant Lanterns, 55-49. Another turnover against Pampanga.
Oo nga, pero ang sayang dun kasi naka-backdoor na no? Naiwan na yung depensa, but John Normal deciding to take it the other rim, but before that, he already got caught for that travel.
That was coming off a timeout.
Agree.
Calahat runs into traffic. Nakuha ni J-Moy Gilos. John Fa at the controls. John Fa straight to the cup. The 20-year-old wonder making some noise here in the fourth.
Oh my goodness, John Fa making things happen for the Giant Lanterns. He's provided that needed energy for them.
Romel Calahat, pinagpaglang yung depensa doon ni J-Moy Gilos. 16 points for the former Golden Stag.
I like it when John Fa brings that ball down the middle. Shot on its way, it's good.
That's something that Archie needs to do more of. 16 points for the Mexico Pampanga native, Archie Concepcion.
I don't think we need to explain anymore kung bakit hindi natin nagustuhan, hindi niya tinira kanina, no?
Matias, binigay kay Prince Casid. Pulling up, no good. Man, Larry Muyang, what was thought to be a done deal in terms of that rebound, lost that basketball, and Romel Calahat able to capitalize.
At saka sayang doon, may momentum na no? Na napipick up nagsasagutan na sila ng Caloocan.
13 steals for Caloocan. They were number 2 in that department during the elimination phase. One of the more underrated defensive teams we have in the league, itong Caloocan Batangkang Kalu, as they have a 5-point lead. Under 3 minutes left in the fourth. Bitoon against John Fa. Chris steps back. Casin, the pass outside to Jeff Manday. Masyado malakas yung kanyang tres. John Fa in transition makes his move. Oh my goodness! Eluding the defense of Chris Bitoon and had to adjust to that shot, but making it to cut this lead down to 3.
Pero ang gusto mo doon, ang ganda ng control niya, no? Pag-decelerate at pag-finish towards that contact. And that drive by John Fa.
Scoring all 6 of his points here in the second half. Bitoon overcooks the free. Last 2 minutes of the game. John Fa got blocked from behind by Prince Casin.
Well, that time he thought he beat everyone downhill, pero tinimingan la ni Prince Casin yun. Ito yung drive down the middle, pero nasa likod, inabangan ni Prince Casin yung layup attempt na yun ni John Fa.
Did not even make an attempt and played only 4 minutes in the first half. John Fa, but has come alive here in the fourth. Nermal to tie it up. It will rattle out and rebound controlled by Ronnie Matias. A minute and 40 left in regulation. Jeff Panday against John Nermal. Prince Casin straight away free. Banks it in!
Wow!
That hurts if you're Pampanga.
Oh yeah, that's gotta hurt. I mean, that came out that middle action with a little pull-up from upstairs by Prince Casin.
Wow. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Timeout Pampanga, Caloocan with a 6-point lead. Back inside the Governor Andres B. Bernos Memorial Gymnasium in Bangued, Abra, as we bring you game number 1 of the North Division first round series between number 4 Caloocan and number 5 Pampanga. Later on, we'll see Abra defend their turf against the Ilagan Isabela 5-star Cowboys. Jeff Panday and the rest of the Caloocan Batang Kangkalu look to strike first. Prince Casin, 13 points. And that last shot from downtown was a backbreaker, making this a 2-possession ball game, 62-56.
But right now, Caloocan going a little small ball action here with only as Ronnie Matias being the 5 and the 3 and 4 being Casin and Romel Calahat.
Go to Jamoy Gilos down low. Oh boy, Ronnie Matias able to stand his ground, comes away with a steal.
That wasn't the advantage that they were looking for. You had Larry Muyang being covered by Romel Calahat on the other post side. That would have been a good option.
Casin 1-on-1 against JLC. Another free. That time it won't work. A minute remaining here in the fourth. John Fa kicks it out to Archie Concepcion. JLC, nothing really happening on this set. And Larry Muyang wasn't involved in that set, Coach Mike.
For the second straight instance. I mean, if it were just basic post-ups, you'd like to have Larry Muyang take on it. Because he has Calahat on him. Height and heft advantage kay Larry.
Baseline inbound for Pampanga. They don't necessarily need a free at this juncture.
Agree.
Larry Muyang will fire and score from downtown.
They don't need a 3, but if they make it, it'll be sure big for them.
And they make this a 1-possession ball game. No need to foul if you're Pampanga. Pampanga not yet in penalty. Banday sizing up Archie Concepcion. 7 seconds left on their shot clock. Banday came up big against Pangasinan, but he lost the basketball. Turnover against Caloocan.
Oh boy, he had Archie Concepcion on an island that side of the floor. And that little play on the ball, little game move as he was trying to chase that space, really lost that handle.
Pampanga using their final timeout. You see the setup here. John Fa to Larry Muyang. No hesitation. Puts in that free. And let's listen in to Coach Pedic Di Matulak as he tries to map out a play here for Pampanga.
I think 1 second si Meron. 14 tayo. Oh! Hawak! Pa! Corner tayo. Larry, kumanding tayo. Kumanding, tignan mo. Atake! Larry, tapat! Pag libre driving line atake. Atake, Larry. Pag wala, pag tira, shooter, pagkita. Pag tayo mong umatake ka. Ha? Tapat! Right! Oh, right.
Well, they're really trying to go to a two-man game involving Larry Muyang and, to my recall, John Fa. But my question now is that on that two-man action, do you do that on a loaded ball screen where you have a corner shooter on that same side of the floor, or you're going to have it empty. Have the shooter on the weak side corner of the floor. That was the thing that was never not so clear. But you do understand, two-man game, roll Larry. If you have it, go straight up. If not, look for the shooter.
They opt to inbound it all the way to the backcourt. Caloocan still has 2 timeouts left, especially if Pampanga makes this basket here. John Fa, one-on-one against Calahat. Now the screen, the switch. Larry Muyang, the fake, stepping back. Another three-point attempt. No, follow-up by JLC is good. Lead is down to 1. Caloocan using their timeout, but just 3.2 seconds left here in regulation.
Well, initially, John Fa wanted Larry Muyang to stay out of the way because he felt he could take on Calahat. But that never happened. Ball went to Muyang. Shot was too strong. JLC being, quick to that offensive rebound and that putback.
Let's listen in to the huddle of Caloocan.
Inbound lang. Sige ko inbound lang. Half-court lang, coach. Half-court. Mel, ikaw to, Mel. Ikaw to, ano. Hey, makinig tayo, ha.
Listen!
Good inbound lang, pare. Good inbound. Jeff, corner. Sino to? Jeramer.
Hindi, coach. Sa low ba ako?
Si Silvia yan. Okay. Jeff. Okay, si Jeramer. Tapos screen. Tingnan mo si Ronnie. Pero kung sinong mauna mabigyan ng bola, pa-foul lang yan, pre. Hawak pa yan.
Well, you're always going to expect that there's going to be a foul given up because they want to stop the clock. And yun ang malinaw na instructions ni Coach Mike sa gigit. And with Pampanga still having fouls to give,
It hurts them
it hurts them. That's right.
because time is not on their side.
Agree.
3.2 seconds left. They need to foul quick. 0.8 seconds chopped off the clock. Now they don't have any more timeouts.
Sayang din yung pagkakataon na yung kanina nung nag-switch na si Calahat kay John Fa. Now the important thing here is to try and defend and get a foul.
Now if you're Caloocan, you don't want to commit that mistake of committing a 5-second inbound violation. Now they get it inbounds. Muyang gives up the foul.
And wisely they gave it to Jeff Manday. But so far itong si Jeff Manday for this game has had no trips yet to the line.
But he did hit 4 clutch free throws in their final elimination game.
That's right.
Against Pangasinan on the road.
Who would ever forget that?
Jeff Manday, 8 points, 4 rebounds. Cool, calm, and collected. All net on the first free throw.
Sanay, kalmadong-kalmado sa pagkakataon na yan. And he is really one of their top free throw shooters, 82% from the line. Ito si Jeff Manday in the regular season.
Manday seems like he wants to make the second. And he does. It gets a chance for Pampanga to inbound the basketball. Muyang pitches it ahead, but it was too strong for John Fa to catch it.
Your best three-point shooter so far this game has been Archie Concepcion. He's 3 out of 5 from 3. That ball never went the side of Archie Concepcion.
Caloocan, all they have to do is inbound the basketball, and they do. 0.8 seconds remaining. 1 free throw should seal it for Caloocan. I mean, Pampanga had their chances.
That's right.
But credit Caloocan for fighting back. And the question was whether they could sustain this kind of pace.
Matter of fact, Ken, they were so good in the second half that they doubled their production in the first half. They only had 19 in the first half. Here they had what, 42? And that clearly is a huge turnaround scoring-wise para dito sa Giant Lanterns.
And that's gonna do it. And another botched pass from Larry Muyang. And Caloocan will get game number 1 of this series between them and Pampanga.
Really, this started in the first quarter where, itong Caloocan really just imposed their will, especially on the defensive end of the floor. Where we talked about it, it almost felt like there were 6 Caloocan players on the floor at the same time. Kaya walang nabibit na defender itong Pampanga Giant Lanterns.
And the final horn has sounded. Caloocan striking first.
Mel, congratulations. Isa ka sa nagbigay sa early boost ng Caloocan. Kitang-kita na kondisyon ka dahil hindi mo iniinda yung depensa sa'yo ng Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Pero ang pinakamaganda dito, yung energy mo noong first quarter, ibinalik mo noong fourth quarter kung kailan kailangan kanila.
Masasabi ko lang po, siyempre, pinagpreparahan ko lang po yung kung anong kulang po sa akin. Sinusunod ko lang kung ano yung mga sinasabi ng mga coaches kasi sabi nga nila bata pa po ako, marami pa po akong kailangang marating, ganun po. At syempre sabi po palagi po ako pa-condition.
At Romel, looking back at the game, maganda nga ang inyong naging simula pero nangyari yung kinatatakutan ni Coach Mike na hindi nyo na-sustain yung energy at yung lead na ginawa ninyo noong first half. Ano nga bang nangyari?
Yung first half, siguro po yung first half sabi lang po sa amin, kailangan pumukpok na lang po talaga kasi na kami, quarterfinals na, kailangan mag-proceed pa sa semis, tsaka siyempre sa finals, ganun.